Welcome to a highly requested brutal vocal ranking of vocalists of 4th generation K-pop girl groups. The players in this video are gonna be Karina, Ninging, and Winter of aespa, Gon and Swan of Purple Kiss, Leah and Yeji of itzy, haewon, Lily, and sullyoon of nmixx, Liz of IVE, and hanni of newjeans. I usually do only 10, but for this one I included 12, so that's the lineup for this ranking, no more, no less. As you can see, this is a brutal vocal ranking, which means there's a few rules. The ranking is my opinion, based on vocal technique, what I hear, how I hear, and my experience. This is important. I do not take studio vocals into consideration when I analyze a singer. I also try to stray away from highly processed and highly edited performances when I form an opinion. In an effort to make my ranking videos better for you, I am introducing a new thing, a bias check. So even though my goal is to stay unbiased and objective, I am aware that we all have bias and we all have preferences. I like all 12 vocalists here, but 5 of them, you could say, have a special place in my heart for different reasons. In the name of transparency, if you're gonna see a red heart in the upper right corner, you know I'm talking about one of those 5. The title of this video is inspired by Glow Up and her brilliant content on stage presence in K-pop. I highly recommend her videos. I think that's all you need to know. So let's get into it. Number 12. So this is a ranking and someone had to be lost. And it is Yeji. Yeji has a naturally strong voice with a punchy, robust tone to it. It is great for belting, which she practices rather often. I think she also sort of intuitively can apply nice breath support and knows how to engage the right muscles, leading to promising moments like this. However, all the talent and potential that Yeji has cannot and will not make up for lack of good vocal training. Without the foundation of vocal technique, she's only left with her intuition and a general idea of what good singing should sound and feel like, making her actual palette of skills limited and shallow. Especially with the direction that JYP producers seem to lead her towards. It's sometimes hard to stay optimistic. Yeji's potential is truly major. Let's hope it doesn't end up unexplored or a mystery. So Leah is undoubtedly a better vocalist than Yeji, with a wider and more refined skill set. From Leah's surprisingly potent lower register to her light, comfortable falsetto, her voice is relatively well connected and controlled. Where Leah struggles the most is her mid-range. I'd say from around A4 to C#5 and higher, sometimes even lower. It is a major problem area for her that's plagued with issues. Leah's discomfort is palpable. She runs into many kinds of tension. Her mix is quite unstable and poorly coordinated. Leah genuinely lacks the ability to maintain relaxation and openness, making things usually really difficult for her in this area. Her vibrato exists, but it's rather uneven and not fully controlled. Leah could for sure improve greatly with proper guidance and a holistic approach to singing, but as for now, that is only speculation. Hanni is an interesting case. As a member of newjeans, a group with so far a rather established musical style, Hanni doesn't really get to show a lot of variety, vocally speaking. It doesn't mean, however, that her skill doesn't shine through. Her intonation is good. She generally moves her voice with ease, control, and style. Hanni clearly has a good musical ear as she can be super detailed and precise with her delivery.
오, 그거예요.
Hanni presents promising skill, and I am very much interested and looking forward to following her musical journey and hearing more from her in the future.
You got me looking for attention, yeah.
Especially since she is the youngest vocalist on this list, she got all the time she needs. Swan is definitely a vocalist who prioritizes a stylistic approach to singing, with the use of breathiness, sometimes raised larynx, a specific vowel shaping, and other stylistic effects, which is quite common with stylistic vocalists.
I am the I guess I lost my mind. Yeah, it's my kind of love.
Luckily, she also has real technique to fall onto as well, demonstrating a richer and more versatile skill set.
서서히 퍼져가 정신을 잃게 너 부정할 수 없는 중독시킨 내게 fall in love. You better know 벗어날 수 없어.
Despite control, Swan's style makes her more prone to different kinds of tension, limiting and constricting her delivery. Some of the things to work on include vibrato and intonation, since I've noticed that she slips up more than sporadically.
너의 모든 걸 내게 던져봐. But fall in love. You better know 벗어날 수 없어. 난 너를 못 이겨 날 버리고 날 잃을수록 넌 반짝이 있는 날 ready. I am you.
Swan could also benefit from a better developed chest voice. In general, if Swan was able to balance out her style a little more while still working on polishing the skills she already has, she definitely could become a force to be reckoned with. With Karina, the first thing that comes to mind is well-rounded. Karina doesn't present exceptional skill in any area really, but she also doesn't deal with any major issues in her technique. If you take a technical look at her voice, you will not find any serious holes in it.
Cause I'm too spicy for your heart. 새로운 도전 끝에 넌 Situation critical is heavy. Million blocks of obstacles you held me. When girls
Karina has a lot of traits of a good vocalist: good musical ear and sense of pitch, relatively easy, smooth switches between registers, chest voice is pretty well developed with a sharp, forward quality to it.
Don't stop, 겁내지 마. Don't stop, 용기 내봐. Next step myself. 요거 조금 더 소리치면 될 것 같아.
With a good enough root in form of technique, Karina is ready to explore her voice more, refining her belting technique, polishing vibrato, strengthening head voice, unlocking the potential in her lower register, and more. If she could do that, Karina could become one of the standout vocalists of SM, but she's not there yet. Another vocalist who I'd consider pretty well-rounded, the best vocalist of Purple Kiss, has more than a few vocal assets under her belt. Haewon has the strongest lower register so far on this list. It is arguably her biggest strength and an area where she performs with ease and naturality without over-pushing her voice ever.
Zero communication, right? We spent too long, it happened. We felt the elevation. 물들여가 나의 덕이 들어간 kiss mark. 참을 수가 없어 널 보면 go down down down. 너를 깜짝 놀래켜 너 몰래.
Haewon has a strong sense of pitch. She switches between registers easily and can use dynamics well, on a higher level than Karina. Haewon's mix is bright, accompanied by good breath support and stamina.
술래잡기를 시작해봐. 너와 나 타올라 더 타올라 like fire. 어느 밤 술래잡기를 시작해봐.
However, it's not to say that her belting technique doesn't leave room for improvement. Even her mid-belts could often be more relaxed. The right placement is also not 100% there.
Someone I don't know. Somehow I cannot hide.
Haewon can use vibrato, although it can get quite shaky and uneven. Developing a full, connected head voice would also be great. On a lighter note, because I'm so serious in this video, vocally she reminds me a bit of Haewon of Mamamoo, which is a big compliment coming from me. The lead vocalist of aespa is easily one of the more promising vocalists of her generation. At this point in the ranking, good musicality, dynamics control, and well-coordinated registers are pretty much a given. And Winter delivers on all these fronts. What is noticeable is her intentional use of vibrato, the most balanced, controlled vibrato so far.
Hold on tight.
Despite inconsistency, at her best, the quality of Winter's belting outshines previous vocalists. Winter's lower register isn't great, but is quite adequate for a soprano. She also displays skill in vocal agility. The biggest problem area for Winter is her belting technique. It really is a double-edged sword, because as good as Winter can get, she also deals with a few important issues and bad habits. Raised larynx position, jaw tension, excessive pushing, overly chesty mix. Her mouth shape is unusually narrow. Her placement can get throaty. Taking a few steps back and working on these issues would only elevate Winter's skills to the next level. Entering the top 5 we have Liz of IVE. Okay, now I'm rhyming. Liz's biggest vocal strength is her mix register, the most developed one so far. Her mix is bright and has soprano written all over it. Liz can belt with a beautiful roundness, balance, and natural weight. Showing good muscle coordination and effortless projection. What's smart is that once she enters the 5th octave, she opts for a lighter, heady mix which helps minimize tension and lessens pressure. Although this isn't a remedy, it is something I would love to hear Winter incorporate into her belting to improve consistency. Liz's vibrato is quite even and sounds natural. She presents promising skill in head voice, although it is a quite underutilized area for Liz. Which is quite unfortunate since it seems super comfortable for her. While I personally have a lot of fondness towards Liz, I feel like it's totally fair to say that she may be the vocalist who still has the most to show the public that we may not know about. Until then, there are better vocalists on this list. Sullyoon is a vocal secret weapon of nmixx, I feel like. She may not always be the most noticeable, but once you take a closer look at her skill set, you really begin to appreciate what she has to offer. Her mix register, which is her biggest vocal asset, is like a combination of Winter and Liz. Her mix is quite bright, not overly chesty, but it still packs a well-balanced punch. Strong breath support and chords closure give her sweet voice, depth, and power. It is an area where she displays a good deal of control and understanding of her voice with technical self-awareness. Other strengths include great stamina and easy switches between registers. Sullyoon can also apply different stylistic choices if she wants to. despite her rather average lower register. You can tell she puts intentional effort and does her best to project healthily.
From kneeling to you, I had enough, but you're too hard to quit.
Things to work on include vibrato, as it's quite shallow and unstable, introducing even more dynamics to her singing. Strengthening the upper register would also have a positive impact. Sullyoon is a very competent vocalist, and while she has a lot to offer vocally, she's not as well-rounded as she could be and as vocalists above her on this list. Ninging is a truly intriguing young vocalist to me, with a great level of musical intelligence, paired with the most intricate dynamics control so far, which makes her shine in the recording sessions.
Hey baby, welcome to my world. 발끝에 경계로만 발걸음을 따라서 꿈들은 피어나고.
Starting with her lower register, which is arguably the strongest part of her voice and inarguably the best lower register on this list.
기대하는 만큼 실망하게 해. 기대하는 만큼 실망하게 해. 휴. 발걸음을 따라서 꿈들은 피어나고. 발걸음을 따라서. Hours, I could do this for hours. Sit and talk to you for hours. You give me a superpower. Together the work.
Ninging performs with roundness, natural, medium dark tone, and a great forward placement. In general, a beautiful vocal asset for a soprano. Ninging's skill doesn't end here, however. Despite a well-developed chest voice, Ninging usually opts for a smooth, light, heady mix, early into her range.
난 끝도 없이 나를 따라가.
The vibrato is easily accessed. It's even, relaxed, with a bouncy texture to it. Her control in the use of vocal agility is also the best so far on this list, and can be matched only by #1 vocalist here.
Who you do, what you do, I'm in power. Korea, you see me on the counter.
Head voice is a register of tremendous potential for Ninging. Apart from a wide range, she can maintain a focused forward placement and avoid excessive tension. It seems like a safe, comfortable area for her, which doesn't surprise me considering her ease. Ninging lacks balance in her mixed register, so she easily loses power. Her head voice holds a lot of potential, but it's not fully explored yet. Vibrato can occasionally get wobbly and unstable. With Ninging, the fact that she's only 21 years old says we can only expect more great things from her in the future. I know I'm excited, and you should be as well. Haewon has a well-developed chest voice that's bold and full of character. She is the kind of vocalist who's not afraid to bring a good amount of chest into her belting. Haewon can do so with a lot of power, yet without going overboard, which wouldn't be possible without a great amount of skill and experience. Great muscle coordination along with locked forward placement and a lifted palate is what gives that powerful sound.
Baby, you are my
Although consistency can be an issue, Haewon is the only one on this list who can achieve this kind of controlled intensity. Combine that with good musicality and she's able to experiment and get playful when she feels like it. Haewon doesn't neglect her head voice either. Her delivery can range from airy, soft to more focused and strong. Haewon can use vibrato well. She also displays decent skill and vocal agility, although not to the same extent as ninging. Lower registers show signs of development, but I wouldn't say Haewon has reached her full potential in this area. If Haewon was able to lighten her mix more, especially going into the more upper belt territory, and developed a stronger head voice, I would seriously think about putting her at the top. But as for now, it has to be Lily. I think of Lily as Liz but on steroids. Where do I even start? The best way I describe Lily's singing is well coordinated. There is nothing random about the way she uses her voice. It is so wonderfully connected that switching between registers couldn't be easier for Lily. Yeah, that's how this part is supposed to sound, I guess. Lily's mix is nothing but well balanced. She naturally adjusts her mix, going from a more chesty coordination to a more heady mix, without losing punch, power, or tone.
I just wanna be part of your
Lily knows how to approach even extremely high belts without excessive tension. Her technical prowess gives her freedom to experiment, which is wonderful. Lily is no one-trick pony, her head voice is also more than praiseworthy. It is connected, it is relaxed, and well placed, with a great tonal quality to it. The lower register isn't extraordinary, but it is fairly solid for a high soprano like her. I don't think Lily could be called a stagnant vocalist, since she seems to still be actively working on her voice. You can tell that, for example, by her improving use of riffs and runs. She honestly blows my mind a little bit. To have this kind of roundness in her voice at the age of 21. Yeah, Lily's future as a vocalist basically couldn't be brighter, and I am so glad. You know she had to be number one, and for a good reason. Now this is an important message to JYP. Let her sing, and leave her alone. Give it up for the vocal queen of 4th generation. And that's it. That's the video. That took some time. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think. See you in my next one. For now, bye guys.